Hello and welcome to the show today. My guest today is a maker of another Mind series called Chell's Mind. Let's go to a clip now to see what it is.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high-energy pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety.
Wait, do you mean to say that you turned off warning systems because that little ball of energy has a short temper? Am I the only one who thinks this is all just massively retarded? And where are the damn scientists? Shouldn't they be watching me and judging my every move with their cold, calculating minds? And why am I screaming at a voice that could very well be a figment of my imagination? I give up. Come on, Ashpod.
Isn't that brilliant? Ladies and gentlemen, Sai!
Hello.
Hello, thank you.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
No problem. That's you. That's how dumb you sound. Sorry. I love this so much.
So, what made you start doing your own Mind series?
Let's see. I found Freeman's Mind first, of course, because it had so many views. And, I remember, like, dragging my brother into my room. I was like, dude, watch this, this is the funniest thing in the world. And then I was like, then I found Barney's Mind, and I was like, dude, watch this is the funniest thing in the world. And so I did the same thing with Shepard's Mind. And then I found Chell's Mind, like, done by Cinder Productions. And I was like, dude, don't watch this. And I was like, wait, it's like a boy, and no offense, I know people try hard to do this stuff and all that, and they put a lot on the line to put it out there on the internet, but seriously. And I was like, you know what, I could do this. I'm an animated person. I guess I could. Why don't I do like an episode 00? And so I put out Shell's Mind 00 and waited like 5 days, I think, and all of a sudden I get this like really long message from Corky64, who does Felix's Mind, which I always also watch it because it's awesome. And like he was like, oh my gosh, it's a girl, she's actually doing this properly, wow, she did the 6-second intro, yay. And like I checked out his blog, and there's like this page and a half long thing just like talking about how awesome it is that I did this, and I was like, I can't stop now, can I? So I just kept going.
And of course, the guy who does Barney's Mind Pirate also did the same thing on his blog, recommending your show.
Oh yeah. Pirate probably did, like, since he's so much more popular than any of us are compared to like other than Ross Scott, but he doesn't really do like, you know, one-on-one things with the fans or anything like that. He works through Machinima, which is harder. But yeah, he probably got me a lot of views just like on his own, just by saying, hey, look at this. Wow.
And of course, the show just really grew in popularity, and people were like, do more. And you responded with some brilliant writing.
Yeah, the first episode was not written at all. Like, I remember, okay, before I actually did the first episode, 00, I remember like driving through in my car, and I was like debating whether or not I should do it. And then I found myself like spending almost all of my spare thinking time coming up with lines that I could possibly use for the series, and I was like, I have to do this. So I did it, and I didn't do any lines for the first episode. It was just a straight run through that got kind of screwed up, like timing wise and all that. Yeah, that what you hear in episode 00 is a single clip that I ran through the entire episode, and I was like, screw this, I'm not going to do it again, this is too crazy. And so I just put it out there. If somebody likes it, they like it. And then, yeah, the response was insane. So I was like, I have to do episode 01. And so I decided to follow like the numbering of the chambers, 0, 0, 0, 1, and all that. And the second episode, which is 01, I actually wrote a script and all of that. Well, not a full script. I wrote lines that I'd like to put in it. That's basically how I work.
And of course, one of the lines involved actually naming the portal gun itself Ashpot. How did that actually come to be, calling the portal gun a name?
I remember, I think it was the Combine Overwiki. I was looking around, and I was researching like mad to figure out how Portal worked and all of that. And one of the things I found was like, oh, people were like, oh, ASHPD, the portal gun's name. It's a reference to Adrian Shepard. And I was like, I love Shepard's mind so much. I have to point that out in some way that's not going to make it obvious that I'm pointing it out in that way. So I started coming up with like bizarre names, and like all the names that Chell says are stupid names that I came up with, and I was like, no, that's just the dumbest name ever. And Ashpod itself, it was like ASHPD, and I just put the O there because portal, PO, polonium, I guess. um, and it just worked out because Ashpod is a cute name.
And as the series goes on, not only is Chell talking more and more to the portal gun, but she's getting a bit, shall we say, like a bit crazy as it's going on a bit more.
Yes.
I mean, she's even hearing voices in her head now.
Well, my way of thinking, I suppose, is that Shell's. I'm assuming since Chell is apparently a clone of an original person, she's been running through these things for a long, long time. And she's probably picked up some like strange little genetic malfunctions or mutations along the line anyway. And also, she's trapped in this chamber, and like the only things she knows for sure is that she has a portal gun that's apparently going to be her friend, as long as she doesn't put it in water or hug it or anything like that, because it'll kill her. And her like nemesis, I guess, would be the computer, who's apparently trying to either drive her insane or kill her indirectly, which is, probably true on both counts. So I figured, you know what? GLaDOS is out of her mind. Why can't Chell be out of her mind? Why can't Chell lose it completely? Then we'll have a battle of insanity.
Clash of the Crazies.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be awesome.
And one of my favourite moments in it is at the end of one of the episodes where Chell's talking, actually, poof, one of her teeth just shoots out. And she's like, oh my god, is that my tooth? Like that.
Yeah. I love that line. God, it took me like 25 tries to get that stupid thing right. It was hard. And it's not just because of the, my tooth, part. It was because of that long, like, super fast, like, whining thing she does about all the things she hates about aperture science and all of that. And I thought, okay, well, she just lost a tooth. She's obviously, very ruffled by this whole situation that she's in. And tooth lossage, probably, a tipping point. And so I had to make her just lose it completely, because teeth are important. Dental hygiene. I like teeth. It's cool. So yeah. that was one of the hardest lines to do in the entire world. It's crazy.